Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Due to popular demand, I'm gonna do a video on the same song that I did a few weeks ago on how to mix it using FABFILTER plugins only. I have done a video on how to mix using Cubase plugins. I've also done a video on how to master it using Cubase plugins, FABFILTER plugins, and Isotope plugins. And in this video, I am mixing it using FABFILTER plugins. So here we go. Just take a listen to the way the vocal sounds like without any plugins engaged on it, just the way the vocal is. Literally, you can't even like hear anything, though the vocal is like playing in the background. So the first thing that I'll have to do is come to the audio track for the lead vocal and go to FABFILTER and add a compressor. I want to raise up the volume, so the first thing that I'm gonna add right now is a compressor. Then I'm gonna just try to raise up the gain and see how it's gonna be like. So that compressor is just gonna be like this. This is my first compressor. The ratio is gonna go back to 2 to 1 ratio. Then the threshold is just gonna be on 15 right there. Then the release is just gonna be on fast. So this is my first compressor just to get things done. Then next, what I'm gonna do to this vocal is try to let me try to copy my auto tune. Just add, I just wanna smoothen it up just a little bit, so I'm gonna add an auto tune to the lead vocal. Drop this one down. I know you guys have auto tune. This is the only thing that I'm gonna use in this one. So auto tune, yeah, just like that. Then next, I'm gonna go to the lead group channel for the lead vocals. As you can see, it's empty. So what I'm gonna add right now is an EQ, equalizer from FABFILTER. Remember, we are mixing using FABFILTER. Don't forget to like the video, please, and also subscribe. And this time I'm gonna use FABFILTER Pro Q3. There we go. And then I'm gonna take this all the way to 30 dB. Yeah, what I'm doing right now is trying to cut out and remove unwanted frequency. So I'm gonna use what I call the sweeping method. And the first thing that I'll have to do is take out the low. Just come here and go to 96 and then bring it all the way to a place where you feel like the vocal is cleaned up a little bit. So here we go. So I'm gonna set it on 66.158 Hertz. Then next, what I'm gonna do is search for unwanted frequencies, sweeping method. So here we go.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the road.
This frequency right here is bad, so I'm gonna take it all the way to -3. 3.39 is okay. The next, what I'm gonna add is a second compressor to raise up the volume again from FABFILTER. So let's go FABFILTER. proceed to. So what I'm gonna do is raise up the volume and compress the vocal. So here we go. So I just want it to be rotating. I want it to be rotating. So what I've done is just highlight the vocal I want to rotate, and then come to transport and then turn it on. Turns blue when it's on, then so that this thing can continue rotating. So right now I've increased this, the weight gain. I've increased it a little bit so I can hear what is really going on. And this one is for the dry. So increase it up to there.
Send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory.
So let's set our ratio on 2 to 1. 2 to 1 ratio. Yep, and then the threshold is just gonna go to where I feel like the lowest part of the vocal is sounding a little bit low. Then I'm gonna set the threshold there. So let's go.
You turn my life around. Send my feet up on the
So part of the lowest vocal is ending somewhere here, so around 20, negative 20. So I have set my threshold. I have just reduced it. As you can see, this helps you to like figure out where you want to set your threshold, these little dots. So I'm gonna set mine somewhere here around 20, 25, since the lowest vocal like ends like whenever the highest vocal reaches there, but the lowest is somewhere here. So I'm just gonna drop it somewhere there. So here we go.
turn my life around. Send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, oh, pour up your demand. You have been my hiding place. I give it back to you.
So I've set my threshold on negative 30.23, and my attack is on fast, and my release is just gonna be on 15.8 milliseconds.
Turn my life around. Send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, oh, pour up your demand. You have been my hiding place. I give it back.
Then the soft knee is how you want the compression to be. If you want it to be dropping gently, or you just want it to be like this gently, or for it to like come like that. For me, I love it when it's like drop gently, like gentle compression.
Turn my life around. Send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, oh, pour up your demand. You have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Oh, but only go. Turn my life around. Send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, oh, pour up your demand. You have been my hiding place.
So now that I've set the volumes, I'm gonna go back to the EQ and try to remove more unwanted frequencies. And what I'm gonna use is called the sweeping method. There are certain frequencies which are a little bit sharp, so I'm gonna take out those frequencies.
You turn my life around. Set my feet.
Like this frequency is just too much, around 2923. This frequency is too much, so what I'm gonna do is just drop it down, cut it.
You turn my life around. Set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, Okoro Biajima. You have been my hiding place. I give it back to you.
What I want is to set the EQ where I feel like the vocal is sitting well and I feel like the vocal is sounding good, like where it is right now.
You turn my life around. Set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, Okoro Biajima. You have been my hiding place. I give it back to you.
I didn't like this frequency right here. Let me just solo it so you guys can listen to this. Lead vocal. It was a little bit sharp, so I didn't like that, so I just had to give it a little bit of negative 2.86, and this one negative 2, and this one negative 3.10. So what I'm gonna do right now is try to boost two areas. One is for the presence, the reverb to be heard, and the moment I put the reverb, and number two, just to like increase the presence a little bit. So before I do that, let's rush all the way to creating the reverb. So the first thing, go to the empty space and then add FX channel, then go to FABFILTER. I'm gonna use FABFILTER Aura Pro Aura. This is gonna be our reverb. So this is gonna be our reverb. Then I'm just gonna try to like calculate the reverb. Let me pull out a calculator. So this is a calculator. So my tempo, first thing, check the tempo of the song, which is 135. So my reverb is gonna be 60,000 divided by 135. This is gonna give me 4.5. Then I don't want it to be too much, so I'm gonna reduce it by 2. Divide by 2, it's gonna give me 2.2, 2.3, somewhere there. So let me try to type in 2.3 somewhere here. 2.3. Then the decay rate is just gonna go down all the way to maybe 56%, somewhere there. So for now, I'm gonna set my reverb there. Then what I'm gonna do is go to the group channel, to the lead group, this one right there, and go to edit channel and come here and put my FABFILTER Pro R. As you can see on this other end, I have done this to the vocal, but I'm just gonna turn this out. Then I'll add a second EQ after compression, and that is really gonna help since we are working using FABFILTER. So this is how it sounds like with the reverb. Then my reverb, let me just go back to the reverb again, just a second, and then throw in FABFILTER Pro Q2, cut the lows like this, drop this to 30, cut the lows like that, low cut, low cut, and then bring it all the way to 95. And then this side too, I want to do like a high cut and then bring it all the way to 96. So what I want to have is a warm verb. something like this. So just a warm-up verb. I don't want my reverb to have the lows and the highs. I just want this. So I have EQ'd my verb, and this is how it sounds like in the mix.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobia Dima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Gogo. You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me.
So that's how my reverb sounds like for now.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me.
Now let us go to our EQ and try to raise up this. Raise up around 10,000 somewhere here, and I'm gonna also try to raise up the highs a little bit.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock.
Doesn't it sound good? It sounds good now. So I love these just a little bit, just like that.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey!
It really sounds good right there. So next, what I want to add is FABFILTER multi-band, and what I want to have is just this band right there. Just click on it and then it will create a band for you. I just want the highs. And
you turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobia Dima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Gogo. You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobia Dima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back.
all right, I just want a little bit of some highs. The next, what I'm gonna do, due to those highs, I'm gonna add what is called FABFILTER DS, which is a deesser, just to get rid of this. So this is the deesser, and I'm gonna set it on around, let me around 4K, somewhere there, 4K, somewhere here. This is the frequency that I'm looking for. Let me just take a listen.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobia Dima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Gogo. You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobia Dima.
So right now I have put in a get, and this get is just gonna help me to like silence the parts where the singer is not singing. So here we go.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo. You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo.
So I love to set it, take it back a little bit and set it where like the vocal starts. So I feel like somewhere here is where the noise, the silence starts. If you don't know how to use a gate, just check out the video that I did on how to use a gate. So for now, this is okay.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo.
I realized that as I was listening to the vocal, it was like some places the sibilances were a little bit, frequencies were a little bit high, and then they were a little bit jumping up and down. So I have just increased the ratio to 4:1, a little bit of medium ratio, not too hard and not too like soft, just medium, just to control those places where the singer is like too high.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo. You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock.
You've got to be careful when setting this one, or else you might take it to the side or the mids. Just put it on 0. I love to put all these this one on 0 as well, on 0, just on the middle 50%, or yeah, 0, this one on 0, this one on 0, and this one just where it is, just to increase the gain.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo. You turn my life around.
Next, due to compression and de-essing, I'm gonna add a second EQ from FABFILTER, Pro Q3, or maybe just Pro Q2. And what I'm gonna do right now is just to control certain frequencies which are jumping up and down, just to control them a little bit, nothing much, just to control them.
You turn my life around, set my feet upon the rock. You show a love of me. You deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo. You turn glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you.
What I'm doing right now is sweeping method, trying to find out which frequency is annoying. So this is why you see me checking around where I can find that frequency.
You turn my life around, send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo, you turn my life around, send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo, you turn my life around, send my feet up on the road.
Around 2K area somewhere there. Then next, what I'm gonna do, go back to multiband to compressor and try to compress that signal even a little bit more.
You turn my life around, send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo, you turn my life around, send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place.
Control the multiband just a little bit, those highs just a little bit, and then next I'm gonna go to the first compressor, and then what I'm gonna do is just try to like reduce it just a little bit.
You turn my life around, send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo.
So turning off everything, this is before, this is before.
You deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo, you turn my life around, send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you. Obatoni Bobo, you turn my life around, send my feet up on the road. You show a love of me, you deserve all the glory. Hey, Okorobiadima, you have been my hiding place. I give it back to you.
So guys, this is how you do your mastering using FABFILTER Pro plugins. You can use FABFILTER plugins just to make your mixes sound better And if you have liked this video, don't forget to leave me a like and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.